Hello everyone. Welcome to Cookie Decorating Live with Hani and Friends. I'm Hani, your host and founder of hanielas.com, my sweet and savory food blog where you can find recipes and cookie decorating tutorials. Welcome everyone. I'm delighted to be here in today's 263rd episode. We're going to make birthday owl cookies. This is a revamped version of a design I did in 2010 for my dear friend Rachel for her then 1-year-old son. And here is another version of this design. At that time, I didn't have a large number one cutter, and I still don't own a large number one cutter, so I ended up using a template for this project. And as always, all the tools and all the things we're going to be talking about today, you can find it in a compiled live stream newsletter. This is a free newsletter that you can grab on my website, or I'm going to put a link to this newsletter in a comment section so you guys can check it out. It also includes a link to a live online class that I am hosting on June 28th via Zoom. And those of you guys who are members of my Patreon group, if you haven't noticed it, I published it yesterday. You get a 30% off this class. So let me just grab the link to the Patreon if you wanted to check it out. It's there, and I am ready for the comment section. So who is here today? Hello, Angie. Hello, rainy Louisiana. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, though, maybe you need the rain, and it will be good for your garden or for all the things that need some love and growing. Hello, Byron. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, Shona. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Sally. I'm so happy to see that you made it. Thank you for tuning in today. Hey, Jeremy. I saw your bread. on Facebook. Oh, it looked amazing. Congrats. I didn't read into the comments, but I'm wondering, was it a sour bread? I know we have an expert here on sour bread. Sally is an expert on sour bread. Sally, those of you who are new to the live stream, was here last week showing us how to make chocolate-covered Oreos. And you can catch the replay of that live stream on my Facebook or YouTube. Facebook now is deleting the live streams after 30 days, but YouTube is keeping them all in a live stream gallery. So hello, Melody, beautiful Niagara, gorgeous day, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds absolutely amazing. So those of you guys who are new to the live stream, if you're watching and you're hesitating whether you should comment, please let us know where you're watching from. We love to hear from you. And also, let's see if I can find oh, here you go. So I wanted to share with you some of the past animal cookies that could be also considered for first birthday. This was done for first birthday, very bold colors. I think for first birthday, bold colors are a great choice because babies really are, looking for those bright colors, and they can relate to them, I think. So these were for the first birthday. This is more advanced tutorial of panda cookies, but I know these are white, but what if you switch up the colors and you make the panda in colorful, bright colors? I think that would be fantastic for first birthday. And with the Father's Day coming up, folks, this tutorial is up on my also I think Facebook and YouTube, but also on my blog, along with the template. And if you are into paper folding, I love paper folding. This is a great one. This is also on my blog, origami Father's Day T-shirt templates are there. And I wanted to also share another ancient cookie I did over 10 years ago. I think I did these elephant cookies. So that's another animal one that you can check out. It's I don't even remember how I did these now, but I put the tutorial in, and I put a link to the tutorial in the newsletter yeah, it's here. So you have panda, elephant, that, sheepish, and templates. Yes, I'm going to show you all the tools that I use for this project in a second. Hello, Edison. So it was a sourdough. Sally worked with me. Oh, that's fantastic. I do a little different dough. She does more autolysis. Okay, I do. Okay, you do. I guess you do. Is it a pre-ferment that you do? Because I do. I have never done. I guess I did sourdough once, but I really like to do pre-ferment because it's faster and maybe a little easier to do. You're not lazy. I wouldn't use that word to describe you. Hello. Oh, South Korea. What time is it? What time is it in South Korea? And guys, if you enjoy the live streams, it helps if you like the live stream to get the live stream into the kind of algorithm so it gets shared more. Okay, so let me change the view a little bit so I can show you the tools that I will be using today. Hello. We haven't seen you in a while either, so it's nice to see you. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so here are my hints. Okay, so first I wanted to talk about the templates. Now I forgot my template for the cutter. Maybe it's here somewhere. If I have it. But I think I found something. Okay, so it looks like this. I put all the templates and all the tools that you need in the coffee shop. That's the template shop. So you get this lovely owl transfer sheet along with the fish, and also this could be you could make this into a panda, I suppose, or a little bear. Let's see. This is a little too dark, I think. So all of these, along with the template for the number one, there are a couple of different sizes. I would go with a large size that produces a cookie like this. And in that bundle, you also get a grid. You also get let me back up a little bit. So, do you feel like it's lagging a little bit? I feel like there is a bit of we'll see, hopefully it's going okay. So this is a grid template you can use for a number of different things, designs, and this is a smaller one. So I ended up using the large one on the cookie, and all of this is in a bundle in my coffee shop. So let's see if I can yes, here it is. So I'm putting it into the comments. You guys can grab it. For those of you who are members of Patreon, I did release I believe the animal templates are in a group there, so you can grab those at your convenience. And then now, if you were wondering what this is a plexiglass that I put the sheet on. It's not super rigid. You can slightly bend it, but it's firm enough for me to store the transfer while it's drying, and I can easily pick it up without worrying that I will break the transfers. Now, what I ended up using was also this geometrical ruler to get the nice circle on my cookie, and I also used a marker. So you can use brown marker, or if you have a yellow marker like this, it's a great marker, yellow marker. I love using yellow marker because it doesn't stain the cookie as much as black or even brown. Sometimes it can show under light colored icing. Okay, so that's as far as the tools go. For the recipes, I use it's the birthday cake owl cookies. Yes, I like that. Thank you, Sally. Okay, so let's see. So she mixes her flour and water and lets them do their thing. I just make everything and let it sit longer, basically. There's a lot of debate. It makes a difference. I know it. I made bread, so whatever, man. Yes, I agree. It looked amazing, Jeremy. It looked amazing, and I'm sure it tasted really, really good. I love homemade bread so much. Okay, so now let's switch to a different view. I'm gonna remove this. Okay. Oops, sorry, folks. Move this. Put me up on my screen. Oh, where am I? Oh, what happened here? I don't know. Where am I? Okay. Oh. Oh, here am I. Okay, sorry, folks. All right, so let's start with the transfers first. These can be, you are on both feeds. Excellent. I was worried that the Facebook wasn't working today because I got a notification, but you never know with Facebook. It's so random these days. And okay, so let's grab this link here. And so here I've got my little template that I showed you earlier, and I'm going to outline the eyes first. So I want to achieve like a nice dimension between the eyes and the body. So I'm outlining it with about 20-second consistency icing here. This is light brown. You can obviously make these in so many different colors. It's okay. Okay, kids, you behave there. So now we're going to outline. And you can see I'm not really squeezing the piping bag too much. When I'm doing these templates and I want a fine line with 20 seconds, I try not to squeeze it too much. Now I'm squeezing it more. So you see more icing is coming out because I want that to happen. But when I'm doing that fine line, I don't want the line to be too bulky. And now we can fill it in. We're going to do this in steps. So I'm going to do the first step. That's this step, doing the body. And then I'm going to let it crust for about 10, 15 minutes. It could be maybe if you are in a climate that's super hot, perhaps it will crust for you as you are piping or something like that. Like it will be done very quickly. So five minutes will be sufficient. Now you can see my icing, brown icing, is no longer shiny, so it's crusted. It's not dry, it's just crusted. So try not to push on the icing, try not to press it because you will make a dent. And I'm using about, again, 20 to 25-second consistency to fill the eyes. And we're gonna come in immediately after that with black icing and make the black, this gives me pupil. And we're going to add just 2 dots for the reflection. And for that, you can use the same white icing you use for the sclera. Now, if you have a trouble with getting the tiny little dot onto the black, you can use the scribe tool and you can just pick it up straight from a piping bag. You've seen me do that many times, I think. And that's this. Let's do this again, I suppose. I think, yes, okay, yeah. So you can see I'm filling it with white, squeezing the piping bag, fill that in, come in with the scribe tool. And then piping the black in the middle. Now these transfers, they have so many different uses for different occasions. I'm using them for birthday because this is gonna be like a owl-inspired birthday. But you can use them if you add like a Christmas flair to them. You could use them for Christmas. You could use them for a woodland theme and so much more. Now we're gonna make the wings. For the wings, I'm using kind of like a piping consistency icing. It's not too stiff, but you can see it keeps the shape, so the lines are not blending together. And we are just making like a prolongated teardrop shape. So if you're used to making teardrop shape, you're just gonna pipe a first dot very, very kind of large or larger, and then slowly moving it and kind of tapering it at the end. You want to decrease the pressure as you move away from that initial first line. And now for the beak, I'm just using black icing. It's the same consistency I used for the pupil, so about 20 seconds here. You could use a little thicker icing if you'd like. And now we can accentuate the ears. And after this, we have to let this dry. So remember, transfers need drying. So especially if you pipe them on acetate, there's no air coming or accessing the transfer from that end. And so it's going to take about 8 to 12 hours of drying time. And then you can remove them from the acetate. I think we should have Sally here on. Okay, let's do a vote. Should Sally come here to teach us about bread and sourdough? I love it. You guys are talking about bread, and I'm hungry. All right. So now that you have the transfers made, we can decorate the cookies. So here you can see. Remember, I told you about the ruler that I use. So this is a ruler. You can use also have a little template. I'm just adding it in the middle. So the idea is, okay, if you have a large cutter that is a number one, whatever the number, but these are for first birthday, you can also make this shape without a template. You just cut out the middle and insert a round cookie, like you make like a Franken cookie, like you construct it yourself. This is a one piece because I used the template and I cut it out with an X-Acto knife or a pen blade. Here is that large grid template I was talking about. And now I'm going to use a piece of straight edge paper and my yellow marker, and I'm just going to make these diagonal lines across. I changed it. I changed this design. My initial design has straight lines, but I really like this one much better on a diagonal. All right. And now to flood everything, we're going to first outline the whole thing and divide the cookie into sections with white icing, about 20-second consistency, I would say. So I'm starting with the circle. You can see I'm going basically following the yellow outline, but going about, I'd say, not quarter inch, but little less than a quarter inch beyond that border. So I'm all the way to the edge of the cookie. And now we can outline, and also we're going to divide the cookie into sections. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. You are welcome. Thank you. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Nobody's going to know. I tried to do a partial stop in a corner to get the nice sharp edge. And now we are going to divide the cookie. This is going to make the flooding a bit easier and also faster. I'm trying to avoid using a word simple, or I will get haunted in the comment section by Jeremy. But it's fairly simple. Once you get this base down your grid or lines, you're going to come in with flat consistency icing. And if you are new to cookie decorating, for this step, you can actually use like a 10-second consistency icing. It's going to spread very quickly. And because we created that initial dam, it's not going to overflow anywhere. I'm using about 15 seconds, but you can use 10. It's perfectly fine. Hello, June. Hello, hello. How is it going? South Carolina, how is the weather there? Hello, Maria. So I ended up using 4 colors, this golden, yellow, blue, green, and pink, and white for the circle. And then we have the owl. I made owls in 2 colors, and also they are slightly 2 different designs. I will show you later what they look like. Now what I'm doing here, with a scribe, I'm just moving the icing very carefully, especially around that border with the orange or yellow, golden yellow. You don't want to mess with it there. So ideally you want to squeeze the piping bag enough so the icing comes out when you are piping it around that edge, so you don't have to fix any gaps there. Yeah, like I'm doing here. I'm going fairly close to the edge and squeezing the bag so more icing is coming out, so it fills that whole area with green. Oh, it's sunny and hot. It's very hot here today. We have a really warm. It's I think over 90 degrees of Fahrenheit. It's quite warm, but it is to be expected. We're in the middle of June. Do you guys have any plans for? Is Father's Day this week or next week? I forget. I think it's next week, or is it this week? It's already June 11th. I can't believe it. So now coming in with the pink. Also, Mary is having a nice sunny day. Oh, okay. This week for us okay, so you have a Father's Day in Canada this week, and I guess, oh, it's on the 15th. So it is this week. So it's also, when is the 15th? So today is 11th. Do you guys have any plans? Let me know. And now we can do the top, and then we still have to do the bottom. So we have 3 more sections of the colors at the very bottom. Just try to align them with the sections you have about the circle. It is on Sunday. That's what I thought. And for all the recipes, those of you who are new to the live stream and also my blog, you can find them on, let me just get the link here. On my blog. Okay, there you go. Remember, going around the edges, try to squeeze the piping bag just a bit more so you have more icing coming out, and you kind of seal that edge so you don't have to go there with a scribe tool. Oh, hopefully this is not going to cause any trouble with the mosquitoes. We had a really wet spring here, and we have an insane amount of mosquitoes, I think due to that wet weather, because they like moisture. The eggs and everything, they just thrive in moisture and wet weather. Oh, Edison, I think you don't give yourself enough credit. You never know until you try. Colors are so bright, even through sunglasses. I'm glad that they are so bright. Yeah, I love these bold colors. I rarely do bold colors like this, or I think I rarely do, but it's nice. It's a nice change. And I wanted to redo this design for a very long time. I did it 2010, so 15 years ago. So imagine a boy was my friend's son was 1 year old. Now he's he's a teenager, so it's been a while. Good luck, Jeremy. So now I'm filling it in. I didn't wait for anything to crust. I did it all at once. And now we have to wait for you could do a dry on wet application with an owl, but I'm going to do a dry on dry, meaning at this point, after you ice the cookie, immediately you can, what you can do, you can take your transfer and you can pop it onto the wet icing, but I didn't do that this time. I let it dry, and we're going to add it. We are going to add it now before we take a little break. We need a little break. Don't you feel like we need a break? So, as I mentioned earlier, Sally was here last week, and Sally doesn't disappoint because she sent me some of her newest work. Thank you for sending these summery cookies. Now, I don't have, I have to say, I don't have bathing suit cutters like these. These are so pretty and so, so cute. I wish I had those. Maybe you hand cut those, or let me know where you got those. I love them. And I also like these floral pattern. You can see this is such a fantastic idea where you ice, let's say this is, Sally used 12 cookies, but you can use any number of cookies, or you can use different shapes. Hexagon also looks great with this kind of design, and add a floral or basically any kind of pattern on it. And I believe these are the ones on the right hand side. They're all done with a marker, with edible marker. Beautiful work, Sally. Did you seal the edible marker with anything? I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments if you are still here and if you are watching. So thank you for sending these in. I really appreciate it. Also, guys, I did mention it earlier, but I do have a class, Zoom online class. And these are the cookies we will be making in this class. Let me grab a link if you wanted to check it out. And if you are of course I don't have the link here. Why would I have the link here, huh? If you are in the Patreon group, like I mentioned earlier, the class is 30% off for the Patreon members. So be sure to check it out on Patreon. Otherwise, the class is listed in my coffee shop and also on the website. So let's see. Okay, so Sally responded, I sprayed PME luster over the drawings for a bit of shine. Thank you. I felt like it had a bit of shimmer on there. All right, so let's get back to work. I can, all right, so we need to switch things around a little bit, adding this to the stage. So this is my area here. You can see my hands live. So I've got one cookie here. Oops, let's see, maybe I need to zoom in a little bit. Hopefully it's not too blurry. And this is a cookie that is undecorated. You can see it's one piece, but like I said, you could easily use your round cutter and trim this part out and then insert a round cutout. Now, I wanted to show you my templates because there are so many options for this design. So here we have, so I did, aren't these adorable? I love these. I did these using the template that is in a coffee shop. Let's see if I have it here. Where did I put it? Here, this one. This is the template. And this is the owl that we did, that I also did, and I showed you earlier how to make it. So these cute little teddy bear. Oh, I love them so much. And here's my owl. And here is another owl. This is a gray owl. So where we lived before in the States, in Pennsylvania, we had owls in the backyard, and they're such magnificent animals, birds, and I love them so much. And I remember one time we were sitting outside on the porch, and we had a shed in the back area, and it was all wooded area. And I thought I saw a silhouette of a cat. You know, it was like a very large cat. And then I was told, no, it's not a cat, it's an owl. And then it took off. And if you've ever seen a large owl to take off, they're so big, and it's like a Lincoln on a road. You know, they start slow, but once they get going, you cannot stop them. Yes, I agree. Sally is so prolific with her work, and you too, June. You've been working so hard. I've been loving your newest cupcakes. June was here also, guys, a couple of weeks ago, sharing how she makes her beautiful floral cupcakes. You can check out the live stream. on YouTube. All right, so the idea is, can you guys see this clearly? Because I feel like it's not clear. I don't know if it's just me or... Anyway, so the idea is you could use any number of different transfers on these. This looks adorable, right? You could add a little fish like I did there. I have the templates for the fish. You could add a monkey if you have a monkey transfer, or you could even add a party hat. Maybe make them slightly larger. You could write name. You could add a name. You could write a name and add a party hat, or you could write happy birthday across here. So there are so many options for this design. You can also make different animals, maybe a favorite animal of a child you're making these for. So because we are making owl cookies, I'm going to stick with the theme. Also here, this is a good example of a different icing I used. I don't know if you can tell, but here I used the 20-second consistency icing, and here I used piping consistency. So you have more definition in this design than you do in this one. So that's the difference between different consistency used on the same transfer. I like them both, I have to say. This one, it's, I'd say, faster to do and perhaps a little easier if you're struggling with piping teardrop shapes. Okay, so let's take, I'm going to try to get the nicest one I can see. Okay. Although I am triggered to add, I like it so much. Okay, so let's stick with an owl. And to attach the owl, let's see if I can find my... Now I'm handling it with my hands. My hands are clean, but if you are worried, you can use tweezers and place it on a cookie using tweezers, or you can wear gloves if you prefer. But my hands are clean. Wash them frequently. Sally, please don't faint. June rocks. Yes, she does. Yes. You both are amazing. Sally and June. Everybody here in the comment section is amazing, guys. Thank you for being here. Jeremy, you are doing better than you say you're doing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pipe the icing straight on the cookie. I like to shift it a little bit to make it flush with the base. And like I said, you could move it up here and maybe add a name here. You know, there are so many possibilities. Let me just put this away. I hate to break them, so I'm going to put them back in their little container until we meet again. And now to finish this, now you could keep it like this. Now my initial design included a sugar edge using sanding sugar. But this time around, I was like, why not using nonpareils, rainbow nonpareils, since we are going for very bright colors, and rainbow nonpareils are perfect for that. Thank you, Kathy. Tweezers are my friend. Where do you get the tweezers? These are for sewing. These tweezers, they have little grooves here at the edge, on the edge, so you can. They really are able to. I'm able to grasp tiny little objects. And I have a couple of these. I even have finer ones, but I find these are really nice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some sprinkles in my little. This is my. Oops, let's see if I can. Okay. Now, wish me luck. I don't want to get sprinkles everywhere, but I forgot to put my tray, my plastic tray. So I'm using an old-fashioned coffee filter to catch my sprinkles. You can also do this on the plate. I'm gonna close it right away because with my luck, I'm gonna spill it and I will have sprinkles till I die on the floor because they're so hard to clean. Mine have rubber stoppers, the ends, Amazon. I'll report back. Okay. So you mean here there is a rubber piece, so that's even better because it gets. Oh, I haven't seen those. You too, Byron. Everyone, thank you. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to make a rather not another very fine outline, but you want the outline to be on a thicker side, and you could even use like a 25-second consistency icing, or like a soft piping consistency icing I'm using. Yeah, it's around there, about piping consistency. Now the idea is to dip it right after, so make sure that you don't take too much time outlining because your icing starts crusting very quickly, and then the sprinkles will not stick. Oh, is it just me or is my image blurry? Do you guys see it as blurry? I feel like it's blurry. So, Jeremy, are you gonna be our new Cinderella? You wanna sort all these out? Gonna be. Remember the movie Cinderella Man? It was what's his name? Russell Crowe. He played. He was doing a great depression, I think. Have you seen that movie, Cinderella Man? So Jeremy's gonna be our new Cinderella Man. Cinderella Man's sorting sprinkles. Imagine doing this. Oh my gosh. But on the other hand, my husband he sorts M&Ms. He does not like to read, I suppose, for a valid reason. He doesn't read anything, even gummy bears when they are red. He doesn't eat them. He sorts them, and so the red are for the rest of the population. But he eats the yellow, green, and blue ones. Yes, it does. Okay, so let me do this. So I assume everybody's. Is it yes for the? Do you guys see it clearly? Because I on my screen I see it like it's a little blurry. So hopefully you can see it clearly. All right. I'm gonna take these glasses off so I can see something on my cookie here. What I'm trying to find is the seam. I like to work, if I can remember, with the seam facing the palm of my hand. I find that it gives me the better results. Now you can go without sprinkles, obviously, if you don't have sprinkles or you don't like them for a reason, but we like sprinkles here. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I love it. Okay. Now, when you're dipping cookie upside down like that, what sometimes happens is the icing gets kind of, it spreads a little bit. So if that happens, you can use your tool. Oh, it's okay. It didn't do anything tragic here, so it's fine. But there it is. Isn't it adorable? I love how these turned out. Slightly blurry. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had a trouble with my um, I have to figure it out. Hopefully it's not too. Sprinkles are better than glitter. Yes, I suppose. Yes, as we wouldn't want you to separate the different colors, colored glitter. It looks blurry on my end. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why that it would be. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah, I feel like it's a bit blurry, but hopefully you can see something. So here are the two versions. Oh, did I just touch it by accident? Okay, let's fix that a little bit. So, okay, if that happens, so what I did, I just messed it up a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little more icing. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna try to fix it anyway. Okay. So you see, I touched it with my hand here. So I have to figure out what's going on because, yeah, it's a bit blurry. I can see that. Oops. Okay. So now it's back. We're back in business. All right. Let's put this back. Remember not to touch them. Here I have more. I have two more. So there you go. Okay, so yeah, thank you for your feedback, everyone. I really appreciate it because it helps me. And hopefully I can figure out what the problem is today. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really enjoyed making these cookies. I'm going to be back next week with a new live stream. If you'd like to get a reminder about an upcoming live event, you can sign up for the newsletter and you will get a reminder delivered straight to your inbox. Thank you, guys, and thank you for sticking through the blurry live stream too. I hope I can resolve that next week. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. It's my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.